Assalamu alaikum viewers and Khushamadi. This is Amna Shah and you're watching us live right now. Abhi hum log currently Sheraton Hotel mein hai and we're here for a great cause, and this is a joint program with Shahid Afridi Foundation as well as the Islamic Relief Foundation. And we are in conversation with Mahmood Saab. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome, Saab. Okay, so did you want to talk a little bit about the event today? I mean, this is a great partnership.
Yes.
And so can you just explain this to our viewers, what this is all about?
Yeah, Islamic Relief Canada strongly believes in the work that Shahid Afridi himself, as well as the foundation here in Canada, is doing, and we wanted to be part of this great organization that's being established. And I've had the privilege and chance to go and visit the hospital myself to see the work that they're doing, and it's very good work, and that's why we want to be behind it and support it.
So, so what's in store for us this year? Like, what are you guys focusing on?
So we have a big tour coming up with Shahid in April. 8 cities starting April the 19th all the way to the 29th, all the way from Vancouver to Montreal, and is all to help the people in Kohat who can't afford healthcare services for themselves. So we will be there as Islamic Relief to fundraise for it and provide that support to those individuals.
Excellent. So what is the event about tonight?
Tonight's really the embarking of our journey together. It's our MOU, our understanding that we will collaborate and work together, and it's to bring the public and entire community to see that there can be two organizations doing similar work, but work together on it.
Great, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any last message for our viewers? Did you want to say anything, and how can they donate, and to which foundation?
Yeah, they can go online to our website for the event, islamicrelief.ca/Afridi. They can see all the details of the tour, all the locations, purchase tickets, and they can also donate there.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time. And we are currently at Sheraton, और I have here the executive director. अस्सलाम वालेकुम, कैसे हैं आप? ठीक हैं?
जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, अल्लाह का शुक्र है।
तो आप अपना नाम तारुफ।
जी मेरा नाम फरहान तैमूरी है and I'm associated with Shahid Afridi Foundation for about a year, and I'm an executive director here along with our team members Faisal Yusuf and Feliz Ozimar, who's president and the vice president of the foundation. So alhamdulillah, we are doing good here, and we are just establishing and collaborating with Islamic Relief, which is a big name here. So hopefully it will go well. Yep.
Okay. So that's great to see both these organizations coming together and partnering up. So can you tell us a little bit about what the plans are for this year?
Basically, we are tonight we are just kicking off our event as well, which are planned for April, from April 19th to April 30th. We're gonna have 6 or 7 events here, fundraising events. So this is our closest events that we will be doing here in Canada. And later on, inshallah, we have planned for digital food bank, as well as establishing cricket academy here under the umbrella of Shahid Afridi Foundation, with the collaboration with the Canadian School of Cricket, as well as we have plans for youth empowerment for the sports in general, as well as some free health clinics down the road, inshallah.
Yeah. So do you have a financial target for this year as well?
Yeah, we do have financial target. Basically, it's close to $1 million, which we want to raise during the fiscal year. And hopefully, with the help of Islamic Relief, we'll achieve that target, inshallah.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. And for the viewers who would like to donate as well, can they donate to the Shahid Afridi Foundation, or the just for the tax?
Yes, they are actually, since we are doing it under the umbrella of Islamic Relief, so Islamic Relief is already a charitable organization. Right now, we are in the process of getting the charitable status, but once we get there, inshallah, we'll issue the tax receipt. But right now, Islamic Relief on our behalf will issue the tax receipt for the donors.
Yeah. Jazakallah. Thank you so much, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome back, viewers, and we are in conversation with Feliz, and she's the vice president for the Shahid Afridi Foundation. We would like to welcome her. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Thank you. Alaikum salam. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having us here. So this is a great partnership as well between the two organizations. So can you tell us a little bit about what's happening and what's in store for us this year?
So today we are officially launching our foundation. And also we are signing a partnership ceremony with Islamic Relief. So our foundation, as you know, Shahid Afridi is a world-renowned cricketer who opened this foundation in 2014. Now we are opening our chapter in Canada. We are going to work locally, and also we are going to focus on international development. We basically locally we have three initiatives with newcomer integration, digital food bank, and cricket youth engagement. Yes.
There's a lot in store for us. So, can you talk a little bit about the financial target as well that you have this year?
In terms of fundraising, so basically the first year our target is $1 million, and in April Shahid Afridi is coming to Canada. We have a big Canada tour, Hope for Pakistan tour with Shahid. So with him being here, I think we are going to reach our target too. So,
Great. Do you have any last message for our viewers?
basically, our vision is hope, not out. I love this vision. Sometimes we feel we see the world being unequal, and we feel hopeless. And I feel that organizations, foundations like this one, bring people hope and inspire people for hope. And we can, by even participating in small initiatives, we can bring happiness to many people's lives. And this is what we are trying to do.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, Felice.
so much.
We wish you all the best. Okay, thanks. And we are here with Ahmed Hussein, so we would like to welcome him. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum salam. Thank you for welcoming me.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having us here as well. So, would you tell us a little bit about the event that's happening?
Well, the event is to commemorate and celebrate the work of Shahid Afridi Foundation, the work that occurs in many countries, but I'm specifically here because of to recognize the work that this foundation does in Canada to integrate newcomers. As you know, newcomers add so much to our country, and we benefit a lot from their services and their skills and their ability to provide much needed critical services to Canada. And they start families, they start businesses, they create jobs and prosperity for all of us. But before all that magic happens, they need to orient themselves with this new country, learn the language, get a job, figure out how to navigate in this new society. And they can't do it alone. We need to help them. Now, government can only help so far, but it is organizations like the Shahid Afridi Foundation that do that work day in, day out. And a lot of it is done by volunteers, people who selflessly give their time to these newcomers, and that's why we're successful as a country. Many countries are looking at Canada and learning from us how we integrate newcomers. But that they should be really looking at foundations like the Shahid Afridi Foundation. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the collaboration as well, and what's in store, and what are the goals and the projects that are?
There's many. I would say that, in addition to the more than $1 billion that we spend on settlement and integration services like that are done by the foundation, we're also trying to do innovative stuff. Like, not every newcomer wants to learn English or French in a classroom. So we're trying to test out new ideas like language training at the workplace. Targeting women who are unable to take language training because of lack of childcare by providing them that childcare. Targeting newcomer youth in the school system by providing them with a support system. So that kind of thing. Putting a little bit more money on refugee mental health, because that's an issue, right? Yeah, and even testing out the ability of newcomers to start businesses. So funding refugee entrepreneurship, which is something that I think we should be doing in this country, but we haven't really done that. So it's a way to test it out.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. We wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Okay, welcome back, viewers, and we are finally with the president of the Shahid Afridi Foundation in Canada. We would like to welcome him. Assalamu alaikum, Faisal, aap kaise hain?
Walaikum salam. Thank you, Amna, for coming to this event. Thank you for taking time.
Thank you so much for the invite as well. So you started this new venture. आप इसके बारे में थोड़े goals के बारे में बता दें हमें, please.
So first of all, Shahid Afridi Foundation, as everybody knows, okay, this is a global foundation started in Pakistan, doing a lot of great work. So today is a launch for our Canadian chapter. And I'm really excited on behalf of all of our colleagues that not only will be supporting all Shahid Afridi Foundation projects globally, but also locally we are building a digital food bank. It's a first of its kind. We're also going to be building a newcomer integration and career counseling center and promoting cricket through youth engagement.
Excellent. Well, that's great. Well, everybody's watching PSL 3, so we're pretty excited about that. So what are your views on Karachi King?
I think Karachi King is going to win. Definitely, they're going to win because Shahid is also playing, and I think they have a great team. And I think all teams are great, but I think my bet would be on Karachi Kings.
Definitely. And we wish you all the very best. And we are expecting Shahid Afridi to come here next month as well.
We'll be here next month for a tour that we'll be announcing very soon.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Wish you all the best for this. Excellent.
partnering with them. It's an amazing honor. Thank you. I I would also like to recognize and acknowledge the presence of prominent business owners, community leaders. Thank you all for being here. Shahid Afridi Foundation is an international charity organization established in 2014. It is established by the world-renowned cricketer Shahid Afridi for serving underprivileged community members around the world. The foundation started in Pakistan, and within a few years, it established international chapters actively working in the United States, in the United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and now in Canada. Our founder, Shahid Afridi, who unfortunately could not be here today because he's in Pakistan, but he's equally excited and he wanted to send you a video message to greet you all.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you so much for coming to support Shahid Afridi Foundation Canada. We are pleased to join hands with Islamic Relief to help those in need. We hope that it will be a strong partnership from which further good follows. Shahid Afridi Foundation Canada is not only committed to supporting projects in Pakistan but also locally too, and further details of these projects will be followed. I'm looking forward to the meeting to all the committee members and our amazing supporters when I'm in Canada next month, inshallah. Thank you again and have a lovely evening. Assalamu alaikum.
It is my absolute honor to talk about the work that our foundation is doing in Pakistan. But before I do that, I would like to share why I am so passionate about this organization. Several months ago, when this role was offered to me, I was about to leave abroad to study international relations in Paris. At the time, I was working for the Ministry of Health in Ontario. As a policymaker, I knew I was passionate about making a difference, especially in the developing world, for underprivileged communities, protecting children from despair, bringing justice and equality for all. I just did not know where to start and achieve all these ambitious objectives. With this proposition, I started researching Shahid Afridi, the foundation, and then I saw his vision. Hope, not out. And right there, it was my moment. This organization does not only produce an amazing work around the globe, it also gave me the type of hope I needed as a Canadian to become a part of something noble. Hope is really not out. I'm not going to go into little details of the projects that we do globally because I am proud to say that we have so many. In a nutshell, in the international development arena, we have got four pillars, including education, safe water, health, and social projects. We build and maintain hospitals to provide no-cost primary health care for communities living in remote areas. Our goal is to expand these health projects throughout Pakistan and hopefully to the world. Our second key focus is to bring safe and clean water to thousands of underserved families throughout the country. We have installed more than 100 hand pumps across Pakistan and 300 more tanks are underway. Our third key focus is to provide free education. Saf School already provides primary education in the province of Punjab. It is an example of many projects we have initiated and completed. Finally, outside of these four pillars, the foundation provides urgent relief programs that addresses crisis situations around the world. Programs such as Syria Relief Fund, Global Hunger Relief, Rohingya Welfare Trust, and Global Disaster Recovery are only a few, and they are responding to cries of so many around the world. Now, we shortly went through some of the projects. I would like to play a video that summarizes all the work we do.
आज क्लास में सब बच्चों ने अपने हीरोज के बारे में बताया। मैंने भी अपने नेशनल हीरो के बारे में बताया। लोग उन्हें प्यार से बुम्बुम और लाला कहते हैं, लेकिन मैं उन्हें हीरो कहता हूँ। मेरा हीरो सिर्फ क्रिकेट की वजह से थोड़ी, मेरा हीरो लोगों की भलाई के लिए भी हमेशा परफॉर्म करता है। आपको देखनी है मेरे हीरो की परफॉर्मेंस, तो चलें। तो हाय, जहाँ जिंदगी खूब जोरों शोर से चल रही है, लेकिन इस शहर के करीबी गांव जिस चीज की सबसे ज्यादा कमी थी, वो था एक अच्छा हॉस्पिटल। लोगों को किसी मामूली इलाज के लिए भी बाहर शहर जाना पड़ता था। इसलिए शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन ने तंगी बांडा में एक हॉस्पिटल बनाया, जहां इलाज की तमाम सहूलियात मौजूद है और अब रोजाना 100 से ज्यादा मरीज अपना बासानी इलाज करवाने आते हैं, जिनमें 70 से 80% आपकी ज़कात के मुस्तहिक हैं। मौजूद है खैबर एजेंसी की वादिये तीरा, खूबसूरती में जिसकी कोई मिसाल नहीं, और अल्लाह ताला की तमाम नियामतें यहाँ मौजूद हैं। लेकिन यहाँ लोगों का बड़ा मसला पानी का हुसूल था। औरतें और बच्चे मुश्किल सफर तय करके अपने लिए पहाड़ों से पानी भर के लाते थे। शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन वो पहला इदारा है जिसने इस मुश्किल की तरफ तवज्जो दी और वादिये तीरा में वाटर स्टोरेज टैंक्स बनवाने के साथ तकरीबन 17 किलोमीटर की पाइपलाइन बिछाई, जिसकी वजह से चश्मों का पानी लोग बआसानी हासिल कर सकते हैं। इसके साथ साथ मजीद 300 टैंक्स पर काम चल रहा है ताकि लोगों को बुनियादी जरूरतें फराहम हो सके। शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन ने वादिये तीरा के IDPs को भी तनहा नहीं छोड़ा और उनके लिए टेंट और राशन का इंतजाम। इसी तरह सिंध के बहुत से ऐसे इलाके हैं जहां लोगों को पीने का साफ पानी मैसर नहीं था। शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन ने सिंध के उन पसमानदा इलाकों में 100 से ज्यादा हेडपंप्स लगवाए, जिसकी वजह से अब लाखों लोगों को पीने का साफ पानी मिल रहा है। लाहौर पाकिस्तान का दूसरा बड़ा शहर, जहाँ की सकाफत है इस शहर की पहचान। शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन SAF स्कूल की बुनियाद इसी तारीखी शहर में रखी, जहां वो जरूरतमंद बच्चे जिनकी तालीम का सिलसिला किसी न किसी वजह से टूट गया था, अब इस स्कूल में मुफ्त तालीम हासिल कर रहे हैं। इन सब की तालीम का जिम्मा मेरे हीरो ने ही उठाया और मजीद बच्चों का मुस्तकबिल रोशन करने की कोशिश जारी है। इंसानी हिम्मत का ये कारवां खैबर से कराची तक फैल चुका है। जी हाँ, कराची पाकिस्तान के सबसे बड़े शहर और मुआशी हब में शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन की खिदमत कोने कोने तक फैली हुई है। चाहे वो जामिया कराची के मास कॉम डिपार्टमेंट की रेनोवेशन हो या फलाबी स्कूल में तामीर किया गया स्पोर्ट्स ग्राउंड, खाना घर जैसी तंजीमों को मुफ्त खाना फराहम करना हो या बाकी फलाही इदारों के साथ मिलकर लोगों की खिदमत, मकसद सिर्फ एक ही है कि जिस तरह मुमकिन हो इंसानी खिदमत के इस सिलसिले को हमेशा जारी और सारी रखा जाए। जब शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन लोगों से उनके मसाइल और उनके हल के लिए अपनी पूरी कुव्वत के साथ दिन और रात कोशिशों में मसरूफ है। तो कैसी लगी मेरे हीरो की परफॉर्मेंस? कर दिया ना एकदम हैरान, जैसे एशिया कप के फाइनल में गया था।
आज चैंपियन बता दिया सब कुछ। इंसानियत के इस मैच में भी
मुझे आपके उसी प्यार और सपोर्ट की जरूरत है। तो आए सपोर्ट करें शाहिद अफरीदी फाउंडेशन को और मेरे साथ मिलकर इस नेक काम में पाकिस्तान की खिदमत करें ताकि इंसानियत का होप रहे हमेशा, नॉट आउट।
Thank you. Now, I would like to invite our chapter president, Fazil Yusuf. He will share our plan to serve the needs of our local community.
So thank you, Phyllis. And thanks everyone. Before I start speaking, just wanted to thank everyone for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today as we launch our foundation. So as Phyllis mentioned, like the foundation does a lot of great work globally. But for the first time in Canada, our foundation would be launching 3 key projects that I'd like to share, and I'm really excited to share. So before I do that, whether it's the event, whether this program, as we all know, you don't do it by yourself, you need a big team. So can I ask my entire Shahid Afridi Foundation Canada team to just come up over here, so I can just do a quick introduction. Come on over. Okay. Okay. So it's a big team over here. So basically, I'm just going to go with their names I'll start from here. Yelis, she's going to be running our marketing. Haya, she's runs our volunteer and youth engagement. Aisha, just raise your hand when I call it. So she's going to be our head of communication. Ishmael, she's going to run our sponsorship. Usman, he's going to run our relationship management with community. Wafa is going to be part of our events team. Server, he's going to be head of our digital food bank that I'll be talking about and director of finance. Farhan is our executive director. Tayyaba is going to be, we need research for foundation. Tayyaba is going to be our head of research. Mukesh Narula, he's going to be running our cricket. Badar Shamim, he's going to be running our stakeholder management. And Talia, she's going to be running our New Canadian Integration Program, and obviously everybody introduced Phyllis, our Executive VP. So thank you guys. So thanks for joining us. Okay, so I just got a notification when I got her. So Minister has to leave. So my time has to be very quick to allow, we want to hear from Minister too. So I'm going to move it very quickly. So the three key projects that Shahid Afridi Foundation Canada is going to do in starting tomorrow would be first is digital food bank. So you would say, what is digital food bank? For the first time, we'll be doing a food bank in a non-traditional way. So when you think about food bank, you think about a warehouse or a store where goods are stored and people come and line up for food. Instead of investing money into a warehouse or store, we are creating a digital way. That means we'll be building a website and app where people from all parts of the community, regardless of their race, religion, all Canadians, they could apply online, and we'll be providing them basic needs directly to their doorsteps. Plus, we'll also work with all other food banks to channelize, because ultimately the recipient is our Canadian population. And the guy who's responsible for doing that is Server. He's over there, and so he's taking the charge from that. Next up, I won't do a whole lot of talking here for newcomer integration, because we have Minister Ahmed Hussain talking about this. But we all know we were all new Canadians. Either we were new Canadians or our parents were new Canadians. When we look at demographic stats, through whether it's corporate Canada or through businesses, new Canadians still struggle in achieving senior executive roles, senior leadership roles, in short, achieving their full potential. So as a foundation, one of the key pillars would be to build support for new Canadian integration and doing career counseling. So I'm really honored to share, we've got Talia over here. She's an international certified executive coach of Flow Institute. She's a managing director, and she's going to be leading this arm for us so that every Canadian, no matter which part of the world you come from, you have full opportunity through mentorship program and you achieve your full potential. So Talia, I know you'll do a great job for that. The third pillar for us is, obviously you cannot run Shahid Afridi Foundation without not doing anything about cricket. So cricket, as we know, it's a big sport. Hopefully nobody threw a ball over there. So for cricket, what we will be doing, we'll be establishing a cricket academy, and basically we will be doing youth engagement and community engagement through cricket. We all know cricket is an upcoming global sport, and I'm really thrilled. I know Mukesh Narula, who was just here on stage. Mukesh is a certified, he was just recently national Canadian cricket team's coach, just recently, and is running today. I don't know if you guys have heard about Canadian School of Cricket. It's a non-for-profit organization. It's running currently in across GTA, coaching 50 kids. We've agreed to partner up with Canadian School of Cricket to provide cricket as a training for youth engagement, and we'll do this. So today we do 50 kids. We'll be taking it to 500 at a very minimal cost, and if a family cannot afford, we'll offer it for free. So that's the other one. Mukesh, where are you? Mukesh is there he is. If anybody wants any cricket training, you can look up to him.
Contact Shahid Afridi Foundation.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we won't be here if we didn't have the support starting from last year. When Feliz was talking about one of the hospitals you saw in Cohort, when Shahid was here last year, it was Islamic Relief, which is one of the very well respected and a big organization, was supported us to do fundraisers. So last year, just through few events, just across GTA, we raised $240,000 for that Cohort hospital. And I know some of you guys did do that, so thank you to Islamic Relief. And again, we're looking forward to the partnership. How am I doing on time? So it's still good. Okay, so before I wrap up and pass it over to our Honorable Minister, I'm really excited because I'm going to need support from all of you over here. The main purpose why we are here, everyone has come either through a personal invitation, either you are a key member of the community, successful business owner. Our noble purpose is same. It's a simple noble purpose. Whatever act we do, whether it's through donation, whether it's through stakeholder engagement or inspiring people, we are making difference of underprivileged people, not only across the globe, but local in our community. That's the recipient we need to think about, and we always have to keep that noble purpose in mind. And with that, I am thrilled. I cannot thank Mahmood, who's the head of fund development of IRC. Him and my team here has been working hard to unveil our program. So I'm going to just play a quick video of what we will be having an event next month when Shahid is here. So can you roll the video, Yulis?
मैं इंशाल्लाह 18 अप्रैल को कनाडा दोबारा मेरा विजिट लग रहा है इंशाल्लाह।
So basically, you would see on screen from April 20th till 29th, we are going to 7 cities to do fundraising galas all across Canada. And again, cannot thank IRC and SAF team enough for planning this. All of you, if you are Toronto resident, you should be here on Friday, April 20th. So just wanted to unveil this. So looking forward to having you all out. Now, let me, again, as I mentioned, we have Honorable Minister Ahmed Hussain here. So I'm going to pass on the podium for him to share his insights and views. So let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to you all. I want to thank the Shahid Afridi Foundation and Islamic Relief for welcoming me here this evening to witness the great work that they're doing both internationally and domestically. As you know, our great hero Muhammad Ali, the boxer, the late Muhammad Ali said that service to others is the rent that we pay for being on this earth. And you've also heard the expression that the future of humanity is community, and the essence of community is service. So service to others is really a necessity, not only to help others, but to be full human beings, to feel that we are fulfilling God's work. And if you look at the intractable problems that we face in the world today, whether it is global warming, whether it is extreme weather patterns, whether it is poverty, whether it is allowing and breaking down the barriers for 130 million young girls to access education, which at the time they're not, whether it is to provide healthcare to remote communities. When you look at all those problems, the leaders in those solutions are not government. They are people who start foundations and who have a vision of serving their fellow human being, like Shahid Afridi and all of you here today. I want to pay a special emphasis on the fact that the branch of Shahid Afridi Foundation in Canada is looking at something that is really not quite understood, the impact that it has, which is newcomer integration. And newcomer integration is critical to making the difference between a newcomer not fulfilling their hopes and dreams in Canada, but on the other hand being able to do so with a little bit of help. And the investments that we make to newcomers, both as a government but also as Canadians, in terms of giving them the tools to succeed, those investments pay themselves back tens and hundreds of times over, because those newcomers turn around and give back to Canada in spades. And so the work that you'll be doing in that regard is extremely important, and so is the food bank and the other activities. So I want to thank all of you for the work that you're doing. I know Islamic Relief. I've been familiar with their work over the last number of years, doing the critical work that needs to be done to enable. Canadians are not any more generous than other nationals, but what we have in this country that many countries don't have is an avenue and tools to use our generosity, to channel our generosity, to express our values abroad. And Islamic Relief and the Shahid Afridi Foundation and others help us to do that. When disaster strikes, when we have to respond to tragedies like the Rohingya issue and others, you're always there, and I want to thank you for that work. I want to also say finally that on newcomer integration, there is something that we've done as the Government of Canada that is not widely known, and I like to talk about it every time that I get a chance. A lot of newcomers would like to practice in their fields, and a lot of times the barrier is not so much the professional body, because those have changed as well. With the exception of medicine, a lot of professional bodies have actually made it easier. The other barriers are more softer barriers. So someone's here already, they want to take those exams, they want to study, they want to pay for the books and the application fees, but they're already working. They have bills to pay, they suddenly have higher living costs than when they didn't land in Canada. So they need, a little bit of help to transition. And so as part of our government's efforts, we're actually giving people loans so that they can study for those exams and pay for those application fees. We're also providing them with pre-arrival services so that before they get here, they can start the licensing process. And once they're here, we're giving them money. And by the way, once they get the license, the other obstacle is, well, you don't have Canadian work experience. So we're giving them money we're paying them to actually get that experience through a paid internship program. That program, the reason I'm mentioning it is because it's channeled through organizations. So if the Shahid Afridi Foundation is interested in newcomer integration, apart from the general one, if you also want to help the professional newcomers become the nurse, the doctor, the teacher that we want them to be, that's something that you should look at. It's $27.5 million that's available. Please contact my office and we'll see what we can do.
Thank you. There you go.
Thank you, Minister. Great news. A lot of grants. We will definitely apply for it. Now I would like to call the CEO of Islamic Relief. Thank you. Zed Al-Browni. He's going to speak on behalf of Islamic Relief. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. I'm very, very proud of this partnership between the Shahid Afridi Foundation and Islamic Relief. And I'll tell you why I'm so proud. Today, globally, there is a myopia, an insane myopia that is driving people to build walls, to hang so much on who they are, on what their fathers were, and break bridges instead of building bridges, blame the other instead of tackling communally faced challenges together. And our community here in Canada, in America, in Western Europe, and I say our meaning the brown ethnic minority communities and specifically the Muslim community, is facing insurmountable challenges. You are accused at airport lines, you are accused at border crossings, you are suspicious wherever you go by virtue of your name and the color of your skin. And these are challenging times, but they're also opportunities. Because what's happening? What's happening here is people are forgetting, and all you have to do is pick up any history book from Europe. I mean, if you look at some of this hate, it dreams of a society of pure people, all of the same color, all of the same religion, all of the same ethnicity, all of the same language, this kind of one group who, if only we could live together, we would be okay. And all you have to do is pick up a book from Western Europe in the 18th century, in the 17th century, in the 19th century, and you see bloodbath after bloodbath after bloodbath after bloodbath of people killing each other because of what you believe in, because of which God you pray to, because of which church you bow your head in, because of which part of England or France or Belgium or Germany you come from. And all of this taught people, culminated in two vicious wars where millions of people died. Millions of people died. And these wars gave people the conviction that the only way for us to live together is to find common cause, is to find reasons where we aren't different but where we're the same. And then you had the thriving of nations. Then you had an explosion of peace. Then you had a time unprecedented in European history and North American history where people lived in peace and security. Fast forward today, and these important lessons that were taught to us in blood are forgotten. They're forgotten. What does this have to do with Islamic Relief and the Shahid Afridi Foundation? What does this have to do with this team and that team and Shahid Afridi, who's all the way in Pakistan, and us all the way here in Mississauga? What's one got to do with the other? I say to you, my friends, that the world is shrinking. That the space for isolation doesn't exist anymore. And that without people standing up and stepping up and showing and demonstrating our shared humanity, without people with pride in who they are, with pride in where they came from, with pride in what they stand for, with pride in their faith and respect for the other faith, with pride in their ethnicity and respect for the other ethnicities, with pride in everything that made them who they are and respect for everything that made the others who they are, we are likely to regress to a part of history, a chapter in history where people think it's okay to discriminate against him, to kill that one, to fight that one, purely based on these badges that we wear. So Shahid Afridi standing up in a world which is shrinking, where we at Islamic Relief are so proud of him for saying, I'm going to use the stardom that I have, this fame that I have, and I'm going to advance, put my best foot forward and try and deal with these problems that we're seeing. try and deal with these challenges that we're seeing, not by words, not by speeches, not by books, not by academic writings, but by action, by living what I believe to be true, and what I believe will bring us together. And not only in Pakistan, but here in Canada as well. And Islamic Relief, we've had so many people telling us, why don't you just change your name? Islamic Relief in this day and age is a difficult name to have. Maybe you should be Human Relief, or maybe you should be Kindness Foundation, something vague and that everybody can share it and everyone can be a part of. We're proud of the tradition which taught us to be at the forefront of the needs of others. And we want to reflect this. And we're so proud that we have the opportunity for this partnership. And I want to thank the Shahid Afridi Foundation Canada and Shahid Afridi himself and all the Islamic Relief team who've come together and made this possible. This is only possible. This is only possible because so many people have given of themselves. All across this room I see Sister Rabia who gives so much every day, day in, day out to help the most vulnerable people. I see a doctor who has 4 boys and still flying all over the world and flying all over Canada to support and bring the best of what she can do and be the best she can be. I see the Sayyidina Khadija Center over there who are constantly helping this hospital and that hospital and this group and that group. And all of this will be what stops us collectively descending into this savage myopia where we allow hate to thrive and love to die. And with that, I thank every single one of you for your support and for being here today. And I look forward to your continued support in the weeks and months ahead. Thank you so very much.
Now we can move on to signing our official documents. If you're here too, I'll call Fazal Yusuf and Fariha Khan.
Okay, basically this was drafted by Osama. So this is first time signing. This is just for the follow up, right? That way, yeah. No, that's there you go.
This is like the closest thing to a wedding.
This is like a photo, yeah. So from that, and I think we shake hands, right? This is it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now you can around.
Okay, this was the end of our event. You're welcome to stay, of course.
All right, Assalamu alaikum, and I have here Badr Shamim Sahib with us. We would like to welcome him, and Assalamu alaikum, aap kaise hain?
Walaikum salam, I'm good, thank you for asking.
Great, we're just having a fantastic time. Can you please let our viewers know a little bit about the event and the collaboration of the Shahid Afridi Foundation and the Islamic Relief?
Most certainly. So Shahid Afridi obviously is a global brand. Shahid Afridi Foundation was formed in 2014 in Pakistan to leverage that brand and engage community stakeholders to raise some funds to deal with issues related to lack of funding in healthcare, in education, water sanitation, and other community development programs. We're launching Shahid Afridi Foundation Canada to more or less lend support to the same in Pakistan. At the same time, the Canadian chapter will also do some work on related subjects here at home. So for instance, one of our directors is a gentleman by the name Mukesh Narula. Mukesh is a senior coach for Team Canada. We're going to leverage his expertise to do some youth engagement, offering cricket as a youth engagement tool. We'll be running an online food bank. Most importantly, I think for the purposes of newcomer immigrant community, we'll be offering some leadership coaching to newcomers. So there is a gap between what the government agencies are currently doing in terms of helping newcomers settle. We want to focus specifically on the leadership development aspect of things.
Okay, excellent. Well, great. great. Thank you so much. We're so excited to have Shahid Afridi coming as well, and he's coming April 28th to 29th for the tour as well. So can you also tell us about your financial goal this year?
So the goal is quite lofty. I think the goal for this year is $1 million. Having said that, I think with the support from the broader community stakeholders, I don't think it's far out there. Canadians in general are extremely generous people, and there's a long history of Canadians helping people irrespective of their race, color, or creed when there's a need. On top of it, Pakistani community in particular is equally generous. So I think Shahid Afridi working together with Islamic Relief and other stakeholders, there will be some conversations going forward with the Rotary Foundation. I am a Rotary Club member. I belong to Rotary Club of Brampton. We are in touch with our district Rotary Foundation as well. So basically broader stakeholder engagement should allow us to reach that goal.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Best wishes. Sorry. Okay. So I have here Kulsum Syed. She's one of the supporters of the foundation, and we would like to welcome here. Assalamu alaikum Kulsum. आपको कैसा लग रहा है आज का event?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम आमना, थैंक यू सो मच. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है. काफ़ी लोगों को देख के यहाँ पे अच्छा लग रहा है. काफ़ी ज़्यादा कम्युनिटी जमा हुई हुई है, and the biggest thing is we all are here for one cause and to support the foundation. So I follow this foundation religiously. I support Islamic Relief Fund. I believe in both foundations, so I'm very excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to all the projects they're starting.
So I know you're a big fan of Shahid Afridi as well, so you must be following cricket and Karachi Kings, right?
Absolutely. I'm not following as much the whole cricket, but I am following Karachi King. I'm from Karachi too, so that's why. And I am a big fan of Shahid Afridi. I've been a fan of him since grade 9. So I just follow here and there, not as much. Yeah.
Great. So we'll see you next month, inshallah, for the event. Okay, thanks so much.